Hello everyone, welcome back. I first want to apologize. I know I haven't put out any videos in a while, but you know what's going on in the world and work and family and all that. I really haven't had a lot of time. So now that I have a few minutes, I just want to do a quick review on this beauty. This is the Canik TP9 SF. It is a full-size 9mm handgun that I have fell in love with. Just really quick, we're going to go over the safety check. No magazine. It is clear safe. So we're going to go ahead and put that right here for a minute. This is the Flat Dark Earth. I did purchase this firearm. I don't have any sponsors. I do not borrow weapons from people. I go ahead and purchase them myself. I take them out, I shoot them, and give you guys a quick review and my opinion of the firearm. Right off the bat, I love this firearm. Yeah, I'm sure you expected me to say that, but I do love this firearm. It is one of the best firearms I have fired in a long time. I will tell you, that is one of the best triggers that I have fired in a long time. Just to go over the few specs, get that stuff out of the way. Again, this is a 9mm striker fired handgun. The overall length of it, according to Canik, is 7.55 inches. The weight unloaded is 1.78 pounds, so it's not light, but it is feels really well. Feels really good in your hand, and it works really well, I mean. It does come with two 18-round magazines, as well as the hard plastic Canik case. This is the magazine here. It is a Metgar magazine. These are really well-made magazines, and I always keep critical defense because they work. That's what you want in a firearm. You want it to work, you want it to be reliable, you want it to feel good, and you don't want to pay an arm and a leg. Speaking of which, the MSRP on this firearm is $379. Yes, $379, and you do get a lot for that price. You do get the striker indicator on the back here, so you can see when it is cocked and ready to fire. You do have a round chamber indicator on the front here, which is pretty cool. If it's on the nightstand or something, you just want to reach over and see if it is loaded. It's easy to pick up. You do have worn tactical sights right out of the box. Those come standard, and those are amazing. Right on target, stay on target. It feels really nice due to this texturing. Grip on the front and the back strap. I mean, it feels really, really nice. Nice and secure in your hand. It's not going anywhere. The memory pads are also textured on both sides of the firearm. Pick rail on it. I don't use accessories like that, lasers, flashlights, things like that. So I don't really care that it's there. It's not one of the selling points for me. What was the selling point was I kept hearing people talk about this firearm, and I keep hearing how it was amazing, it was great, it felt good, and gotta try it. So I did, and I fell in love with this trigger. Now, a lot of you guys are going to hate or bash because it's not a Glock. That's your problem, not mine. I don't care for Glocks. If you watch my videos or checked out my channel, I am not a Glock head. I do not like them, and you might like them, and that's fine. I just don't like them. They don't feel good in my hand, and I haven't had very good reliability with some of the Glocks that I have owned and fired, so I just got rid of them all, and now I don't own Glocks, which is my preference. But this is the best trigger that I have fired in a long time. I don't know what else to say. I know people out there are going to say, no, Glocks have the best trigger, or Smith & Wessons have the best trigger. No, you're wrong. The best trigger is on this $379 full-size handgun, the Canik TP9 SF. And if you don't believe me, check out other reviews on this firearm. They'll say the same damn thing. That trigger is amazing. It's amazing. Just really quick, again, it is clear, safe. So we're going to go ahead and squeeze that trigger back really quick. Nice crisp break. Reset. Break. Reset. Yeah, that just happened. So I mean, that trigger is amazing. I don't know what else to say. Easy to keep. The grouping, I mean, it's just amazing. I get excited when I talk about it because it is amazing, that trigger. You do have some marking on the front of the barrel, the TP9 SF, and it will tell you that it is made in Turkey. It is. It's imported by Century Arms, but it is made in Turkey, so it is a Turkish weapon. If that says anything to you about the reliability of it, go with it. It does come with different back straps, so you can make sure it fits perfectly in your hand while you're shooting it. I have decent sized hands, so I mean, it fits perfect in my hand. It does break down just like any other Striker Fire, popular Striker Fire weapons now. You just pull it back and the two tabs and it will slide forward. But we don't need to do that for this video. I'm sure by now people know how to take down a Striker Fire handgun. So again, it is a full-size weapon, and I love full-size weapons. I do own some compacts and subcompacts, and they're great for concealed carry, but I do love a full-size carry as well. In my state, we do have the option to open carry. Some people might go crazy and say, why would you do that? Because I can. You know, it's my right. I should be able to do it. You know, not all the time, but why not? It does have the markings Canik on both sides of the grip as well, and on this side of the firearm, which I think makes it look really, really cool. The only issue that I had with this firearm is that right there. See that scratch on the top? But that was due to the holster that I was using. I had a Blackhawk Serpa holster. I just ordered the Safariland holster that is made for this firearm, so that should be here in a few days, and I'll start carrying that. But yeah, that right there, a little scratch on it, and there's also a little scratch on the front right here. And I'm not sure if that was, you know, a mistake from the factory, or maybe just I kept scratching it when I put it back in the holster and doing drills and things like that. But that's not a big deal to me at all. I don't really care about that. This I can refinish, and this I can kind of do some cosmetic work to it to make it look kind of pretty. I did go with the FDE model. I wanted something a little different. I have several different firearms that are blued, a couple of stainless, but I wanted something different, and this looks really, really good in the holster. Right now, and yes, they do make holsters for this gun, a lot. So it doesn't have to be the popular ones that everybody wants to spend $700 on to get a decent holster. I'm using the Phobos holster right now, just to throw it and keep it in my truck. This is a Phobos holster. This was like 29 bucks at Academy Sports, but it does fit and it does work. So it's the holster for the VPQ, the HK VPQ model. So, but it does fit perfectly. So no issues there. And you know, if you want to throw it on your hip to go shooting with, or go to the range with, or carry around, or I just use it to keep it in the truck. That way nothing's on it, nothing spills on it, nothing, you know, gets in the mechanism or whatever. But they do make holsters for this firearm, which I think is great. You can pick up aftermarket magazines. You can also buy them from the website if you want the exact Met guard that comes with it. It does come with 2 magazines. Again, I went ahead and purchased some aftermarkets, and they seem to work fine through ProMag. So now I have 4 magazines, all 18 rounds. And that's a lot of firepower. That is a lot of firepower to be able to take care of some issues or eliminate threats, and that's what I want it for. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got on this firearm right now. I only have about maybe 250 rounds to it, but so far, no issues at all. A lot of people said there's some issues during the break-in, but I have not had any issues at all so far. Cross my fingers, knock on wood. But this gun just works. It works very well, and I paid $320 out the door for this firearm. 320 bucks for a reliable firearm. I mean, you can't beat that. I don't know why you would spend $600, $700 on a firearm unless you know, really have the money or really want to spend that kind of money for a reliable firearm. But if you do, hey, by all means, go ahead and enjoy yourself, and you know, buy what you want. We have different opinions, and we're all allowed to get what we like. So, but yeah, this is amazing. I mean, for the price, the quality of it, it's just amazing. I don't see how anybody can can knock it. And a lot of people have. A lot of people say, well, it's not a Glock, it's not a Smith, it's not an XD. But yeah, that's why I like it. You know, I don't like to follow trends. I like to go out there and be my own person and have my own opinions in my own mind and pick out a firearm that's going to do well for me. And this is it. I really, really like this. It feels really good and it works very, very well. They do have different variations of this firearm. They do have the elite models. They do have the smaller carry options, which are the elite SCs. They do have them with the shield optics on them if you want a red dot optic. They are optic ready. You know, some of them are, mine is not, of course, but some of them are optic ready. So all you have to do is just put on whatever optic you like. You can also visit their website, CanikUSA.com. They have tons of accessories that you can put on here. Tritium night sights, threaded barrels, different mag releases. Yeah, I mean, they have tons of different things. You can buy holsters and just anything you want to kind of doll it up. This is fine with me. I don't like all the accessories, and I don't use any flashlight attachments or lasers. So this is perfect for me. My needs, perfect. But I mean, I hope that this has given some of you a little insight to think outside the box and to look for something a little different than the mainstream. And don't let the guy at the gun shop try to sell you. You know, especially if you don't know what you want or you're not sure. Speak to friends, speak to, you know, an ex-law enforcement officer, a current law enforcement officer, somebody you know, maybe former military guy, or just go to the gun range and pick one of these up and shoot it. I mean, I've seen them actually in the gun shows locally. You can rent these. They do have some of these for rent. So if you want to go to the range, you just rent one for about 25 bucks for the day. You know, put a box of rounds to it and see how it feels. I guarantee that you're gonna love it, just like I did. I mean, it worked. It works every single time. Fits good in the hand. Trigger is amazing. No recoil. It is a full-size firearm, so no recoil on it. 18-round magazines. I mean, what else do you need? Oh, did I mention the $320 price tag? Yeah, I'm sure I did. So just in case you forgot. But I appreciate everybody checking out the video. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to go ahead and bash me or ask me. It's totally up to you. I thank you guys for watching. Till the next time.